Good morning to you. It is Monday, December the 6th. Hope you had a fantastic weekend. We are getting ready for Virginia this morning. I'm Bill Bevins. Happy to have you join us. And Jessica Noll is here, as always. Good to see you.
Good morning, friends. Good morning, Mr. Bevins. We could have used about 15 or 20 minutes more weekend.
And another couple of gallons of coffee. I just said right before we came on, I said, I think I'm awake.
I think I'm awake. And then I regaled you with the tale of me throwing my unicorn mug on the ground Friday accidentally, and she flew the coop, friends, so
it's gone. Now, that was the same coffee mug that you spilled the whole mug of coffee on that chair that you're sitting in a couple of weeks ago, right?
Yeah, I think this is the one. Let's check for the stain. Looks like it could have been.
It may be.
I'm not sure.
Maybe this one.
Maybe we.
Anyway, so the cup that wouldn't stand is no longer standing.
That's right. That's right. It's we've RIP unicorn mug.
Okay. Well, we'll get you a safety mug.
And notice I'm out of routine because usually when I would come in, I'd be like, oh, unicorn mug, and then I would get it and fill it up, and I didn't have it, so therefore I'm one cup down today. But that's all right. We got this, team. We're gonna make it happen.
I'm gonna wake up.
That's right. We appreciate everyone watching us from home or work, or if you're streaming live online at WTVR.com. We appreciate you. Good weekend.
It's going to be, it was such a beautiful weekend, and a little cloudy yesterday, but still, it's like Friday and Saturday were just gorgeous. It was like spring.
It really was.
I was saying yesterday, we were riding through a neighborhood, and I said, what a perfect day for putting up outdoor Christmas decorations.
Mm-hmm. A little of that happened this weekend. Some fire pitting as promised on Friday, and watched not one, but two Christmas movies out by the fire.
Oh, yeah. Well, somebody was watching a Hallmark channel at our house.
Yes.
It wasn't me. I went, oh, it's time for that? I think some leaves fell. I'm going to go outside.
Boo.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then like we don't know what's going to happen, and we haven't seen it 10 times already. So.
I love those movies. They're just so positive and uplifting, and the cocoa goes so well with them.
Sure they are. You know what else is coming up?
What?
Everywhere You Are. And we certainly don't want you to miss out on all the fun times that we're having and the stuff you're doing with your friends and your family. We enjoy sharing those special moments on our live show. So please keep sending them. We look forward to sharing a few highlights that came in over the weekend. That's coming up about 9:20 or so.
I'm looking forward to it. Plus, looking forward to this. Our dear friend of the show, Deborah Johnston, her company, Serenity Saints, is hosting a special afternoon tea. You are invited. Our conversation with her coming up in less than 15 minutes, doing some amazing work in our community.
Thank you. Always good to see Debbie. December is here, and that means Christmas is near. See how we did that? Today we're going to enjoy the sounds of the holidays. This morning, talented Virginia-based saxophonist Tony Caddock Jr. submitted his rendition of Silent Night. We'll get to the whole thing in a few minutes, but first, a little preview.
'Tis the season for the tunes. I love it.
Good.
Looking
Sounds
forward to
good.
that with Tony. Before we kick off our live Monday morning show, we're going to check in, see how his weekend was. CBS 6 meteorologist Tom Patton.
Good morning, good
There he
morning. Good to see the two of you. My weekend was about 7 days too short.
Here.
You squeezed a lot in, did you?
Yes, yes, yes. The parade, we had a lot of things going on. And you know, you were talking about a Hallmark movie, and I've got to be honest, I've never seen a Hallmark movie. I now hear about them often. But I'm going to take a wild guess, and I'm going to say that the general theme is usually maybe a female, aged, what, 33 to 37.
Yeah.
Lives maybe in a city somewhere and comes back home for the holidays. And, oh, there's old boyfriend Billy from high school who is now a handsome lumberjack. And there's some kind of warm fire going all the time. And she thinks he's silly. And then by the end of it, Billy the lumberjack turns out to be the love of her life.
Yeah. That's all right. Thank you. And that's the whole season, ladies and
And
gentlemen.
he hasn't seen any of these movies. That's what we're going with.
Boy
Did I
gets
hit
girl,
the nail on
boy
the head?
loses girl, boy gets girl back. That's basically it right there.
There's some variations
Yes.
on the theme, team.
Okay.
Sure there are.
You two
Such
are
as?
so
I think he
crusty.
nailed it
Bah humbug.
100%.
Bah humbug. It's a good excuse to just sit back with your leopard print blanket in your LPT jammies and just have some cocoa going.
Oh, yes.
Maybe
Meanwhile, there
something
was a
else.
football game on.
Popcorn. Ooh, speaking of football, guess what was announced yesterday?
You're on the team?
Nittany Lions are taking on the Razorbacks. Boo, boo, boo. Jan 1. The
So
Outback Bowl.
you're a Nittany, a Nittany?
I'm not a Razorback, yes.
Go Hogs, or whatever they say. So
Go
what
Nittany
is
Lions.
a Nittany lion? I don't know that.
It's a mountain
Tom, do you
lion.
know?
Oh,
No, I wonder that as well.
it's a mountain lion's cousin.
Oh.
Yeah, just elevated a little.
Okay.
And, well, the word Nittany then is just like.
No, well, it's of Native American origin. There was Princess Nittany, and yes, they had.
You actually know this stuff.
Yeah, I hiked Mount Nittany before. I know that surprises you.
Where the mountain lion was.
They probably were watching.
I thought it was Nifty for a long time.
Well, they're
Yes.
The
nifty
nifty
too.
lions.
We always look nifty in our navy and white.
Yes, and Princess Nittany found her way home and married a lumberjack eventually.
That's right, and there was the
Boom.
warm glow of the lights, some
All right.
popcorn, and
How about that weather?
bah humbug, you two. I'm gonna start working on both of you now. Lift the spirits.
Yes, well, congratulations as being probably the only person in town that knows who is in the Outback Bowl. So thank you so much, Jess. All righty. Well, we have about a 70% cloud cover, some blue skies mixed within that right now, 51 degrees. Southwest winds at 7 miles per hour. Generally the 50s, a nice mild day. The average for this time of year is about 54. We'll be above that today. I think we can hit the low 70s. I know it sounds crazy at this point. Warm and breezy. It's going to be kind of a windy day at times also. They'll be gusting about 25, maybe a bit higher at times, but out of the warmer direction. And then some late day showers will be coming in with a cold front. 34 then overnight tonight, partly cloudy skies. So here's a look at what's going on with the radar. Some clouds in the area. There's the front off to the west. We're in that warm air kind of sector, so to speak, of that. And that front will come through later, probably very late afternoon to early evening. Another little system will start to form. I'm just kind of showing you where that will be, and this could affect us probably Wednesday. There'll be maybe a little mix of precipitation with some rain, and then maybe even a few snow showers with that system as it meets with some colder air eventually. So here's a look at today. Some showers come in later, not a lot, but some showers into the evening hours, and then overnight tonight, it'll be a gradual clearing with drier air moving in. Much colder temperatures then for us tomorrow. And then we'll see this coastal system develop. That'll bring some rain into the area, maybe a little bit of a mix early on, just a couple spots. And then when it meets up with some colder air, that could turn into some wet snowflakes for a while as we go into maybe the midday hours of Wednesday or very early afternoon. And then that gets out of here. And then dry for a few more days with another chance for rain for the upcoming weekend. It looks like maybe the latter part of Saturday into the first part of Sunday. So we'll kind of adjust the timing on that one to see how it will affect your weekend, but that's kind of a far way off yet. Well, that's the music. That means Virginia This Morning will continue right after this. Happy Monday.
Keeping with our open there. We didn't go right there. Good morning, and thank you for joining us today on Monday, December 6th. Hope you had a great weekend. I just wasn't going to let you.
I just was going to keep pointing.
No, I got to get this out. We are Central Virginia's only live local talk and entertainment show. Virginia This Morning starts right here on CBS 6. I'm Bill Bevins. Now, you.
I'm Jessica Noll. It's great to see you. We're so happy to spend part of your day together.
I love that.
with
That was
us.
fun.
I'm all thrown for a loop on this pointing. I was like, what is he pointing at?
Pointing
Do I have
at you, girl.
Something sticking up? I don't understand.
You're not stuck up. Is that what you said?
No, I said is something. Well, thanks.
Okay.
Okay, back on track.
Okay.
Good morning, team. Our valued viewers and friends of the show. We're happy to see you here on a Monday morning. Thanks so much for spending time with us. You know, a super duper weekend. I almost didn't mention one of the mega highlights. Caught the Gigi's frozen custard truck this weekend. They were out and about. Now, this team knows a thing or two about making frozen custard. And then the toppings. So we got the Old Saint Nick. And this Sunday, did you want to know?
Yeah,
Okay, good.
It wasn't straight from the North Pole.
It was.
Yeah.
I barely made it out of there.
Yeah.
Like one of those hot dog-sized containers. Ice cream. There was an Oreo cobbler involved. I don't know how you even make an Oreo cobbler, but every bite of it was
Long as they do.
scrumptious.
Yeah.
M&Ms, reindeer sugar cookies, some brownies, and I think there's some chocolate sauce involved.
What day was this you had these?
Saturday. I shared it.
You're
with
probably
Vivian.
still kind of vibrating a little bit from all that sugar.
That's how I made it out of here without coffee. I think I'm still Old Saint Nick my way into the Monday.
Man, that's a lot.
Gigi's frozen custard, hugs and kisses to you for powering up the weekend. That was awesome.
Friday night, we went down to Main Street Station for the gathering of the trees under the clock tower. It was like, I think it was 18 different nonprofits, all decorated Christmas trees. And got to visit with them a little bit. And Zach Daniels was there. I was a judge, so you have to call me Your Honor from now on. We judged Christmas trees.
We'll get right on that. Sustained, overruled.
Yeah, overruled. The jury will disregard that remark. But anyway, that was a lot of fun, and I really got in the Christmas spirit that night.
The event continues through, so folks can go down and check out these beautiful trees, all for an incredible cause, going back to these different nonprofits that are participating. That's
and if you haven't been in the Main Street Station since, because I hadn't, because they got it all done, they got it fixed up, and then the pandemic hit, and I'm like, oh, can't go.
It in and of
Now you
itself
can.
is gorgeous.
Oh, yeah.
Drive by those lights. All right, well, speaking of lights, camera, and action, we've got to look ahead at what's in store today.
All right, we enjoy sharing your fun moments and the adventures you're having with your friends and family. And our Everywhere You Are segment, we open up the inbox and feature some of the submissions. We'll share a bunch of them, actually, coming up at about 9:20. So make sure you watch, and could be you.
Absolutely, and our dear friend of the show, Debbie Johnston, her company, Serenity Saints, hosting a very special afternoon tea. She's going to tell us all about this organization and extends an invitation to you to join them for tea. Our conversation with her is coming up in less than 10 minutes.
It's that time of the year when we enjoy listening to the sounds of the holidays. Today, talented Virginia-based saxophonist Tony Caddock Jr. shares his Silent Night song with us. We'll enjoy the entire performance in our second half hour, but here's a little preview. Sounding good.
All right.
Folks, there are many businesses right here in the River City that do great work in our communities, and we are so appreciative of them.
That's right.
Rolling with AAA, sponsored by AAA Mid-Atlantic.
I'm Morgan Dean with AAA. Is the whoosy whatsy on your car making that bing, bing, bing sound? We get it. We know you may not know all the names of all your car's components, but you know your car better than anyone and will be the first to notice when something might be wrong with it. The more info about that problem that you can share with the mechanic, the easier it'll be for them to zero in on the problem as quickly and inexpensively as possible. Now, some drivers try to offer up a diagnosis and request a specific service, thinking that'll fix it, but that may not be needed and may actually end up costing more in the long run. Some things to think about to help your mechanic diagnose that problem. Did you get a warning light? When did you first notice the issue? What feels different to you with the vehicle? Where did you hear that sound? When explaining, refer to the passenger or driver's side instead of left or right. Avoid the technical jargon unless you're sure that's where the problem lies. And even if it seems like your observations are silly or irrelevant, tell your mechanic anyway. Something that seems minor could actually save the mechanic and the shop a lot of time and could save you a lot of money. AAA recommends you plan ahead for vehicle service by visiting a AAA car care center or an independently owned AAA approved auto repair facility. AAA members receive special benefits that include repair discounts, extended parts and labor warranties, an initial diagnosis and cost estimate provided on tow calls within 60 minutes of arrival. Visit AAA.com for more information. And if you're not a member, join today and save 50% on your membership with promo code PGATV50.
This segment is sponsored by Serenity Saints.
You know, we really are blessed here in Central Virginia. There are so many businesses right in the River City that do great work in our community. Serenity Saints is one of them. The founder of the organization, great friend of ours, and joins us now to talk about Serenity Angels Afternoon Tea. We welcome Deborah Johnston back. Debbie, good to see you.
Hi, good to see you, Bill.
You started this and it's taken off and done really great, and now you're doing great things in the community. Let's start with the basics here. What is a Serenity Saint and what do they do?
We do nonprofit work for people at end of life. And one of the things we do is massage and acupuncture and music therapy, which is not covered by Medicare, so we're going to be adding to those. But I think what's really cool is that we do bucket wish lists for people at the end. Wow. And we have our first one set up.
Oh, so
yes.
You got one? Can you tell us about it, or is it a secret?
No, I want to tell you.
Okay, good.
I want to tell you about it.
Good.
So we have chosen a man who is 41 years old, who has cancer, is at the end. He has 2 small children and a wonderful wife who's a nurse. Yeah, I know you like nurses.
Yeah, I like nurses.
And we're going to send them to Great Wolf Lodge. And I just think it's awesome, and they're so excited about it. Yeah. And just to make memories at the end for his kids. Yeah. So I am really excited about that part.
You know, it's amazing. You get to do something this important with such a positive spin on it. And like you said, you know, these kids are going to go through some pretty tough times in the very near future. And to have that memory of that great little stay there.
Right.
Yeah, that's just like, that's good on you. All right, let's talk about the afternoon tea. That's coming up tomorrow.
Tomorrow, we're having a tea. It's at the Westwood Club. And we are going to hope that a lot of people come and support us because we're new and we're kicking off. And it's the holiday season, so I hope people will come and share and get to know more about Serenity Saints and what we do. And it's going to be fun.
Yeah, fun and very important at the same time. I know that over the years you've been involved in lots of business, all of them having to do with taking care of other people. So, you've had this amazing career, lots of success, made a lot of difference in a lot of people's lives. And then you get to a point and you say, okay, now I want to do Serenity Saints. Yeah. Bring us to that point.
Well, Bill, my brother-in-law died of pancreatic cancer at age 38.
Wow.
The moment, because I'm a nurse, I heard his diagnosis, I sent them to Disney World so they could make a memory. Yeah. And I know how it touched them. And that's kind of what instilled this in me, because it makes a difference. I knew that he wouldn't have long.
Man. So you've done this. What kind of services do you offer? Let's talk a little bit about the business now and what you offer.
Well, we have a hospice, as you know, which we've talked about a few times on here. And we take care of people at end of life.
And it's Serenity First.
First Hospice.
Okay.
And we are growing by leaps and bounds. We have a wonderful nursing staff, COO, clergy, social worker. They all come together as a team to help people at the end. And I just love what we're doing.
Very good. We love what you're doing too. All right, so we talked about your very first bucket list. How often are you going to be able to do this? Or is it just on a need basis as it comes up?
As it comes up, and I'm hoping that other people will help me and join me and get behind me and support this, because I just think it's such a beautiful thing to do at the end of somebody's life, to make nice memories.
All right. Well, Deborah, thank you for all you've done over the years, all you're continuing to do. The tea is tomorrow. Who's invited, by the way?
Everybody.
Everybody.
You can come.
I can come. All right. Fantastic. The Serenity Saints Angels Afternoon Tea is coming up tomorrow, Tuesday, December 7th, 3 p.m., taking place at the Westwood Club, 6200 West Club Lane, Richmond. For more information, give them a call at 804-562-5777. You can visit them online at serenityfirsthospice.com/donate. And please stay tuned. We'll be right back.
I saw a passing thought go through that mind over there, and then you elected actively to let it pass on by.
There you go.
Right?
Yeah.
Virginia This Morning is everywhere you are. No passing thoughts here. We're focused on them. We love checking in with you, our friends and viewers of the show, to see what you're up to and how you've been keeping busy.
We appreciate everyone who shares their fun moments with us. So you get to go first again today. What you got?
Raymond Bessex of Petersburg recently joined in wedding festivities with a friend and shared photos of the great day on Facebook.
All right.
Awesome. And
leopard print cuff on the pants.
Look at you zoning right into the magic.
Yeah, I saw it.
These are glorious. Everybody looks incredible.
Yep.
Best wishes to the bride. Congratulations to the groom. And I'm loving that leopard print. See, look at all the things you could be doing.
Our good friend of the show,
Thursday's open.
Johnny Lee Long, shared this photo with us. He and his band were accompanied by his wife in a recent performance at the lovely VMFA.
Wow.
And look at that.
Such an incredible venue, and then to go in and add music and fashion
And wear
fun.
that hat.
Yes.
Wow.
Thanks for sending that one.
Love that hat.
I know that show was awesome.
Love hats.
Judy Muller has been enjoying her time at Disney World and captured this great photo of the Christmas tree in the Animal Kingdom. Wow. Look, I mean, it's so big. She's like, I'm stepping back. I'm stepping back to get this whole
Still
picture.
didn't get quite
down
didn't
here.
get to the tippy top. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Gorgeous. Thanks for sharing that one.
If you're having fun with your family and your friends, we'd love to share that adventure with everybody and stay connected to you.
Send us your video, your picture, your comment to our Virginia This Morning Facebook or Instagram page. You can email us directly, virginiathismorning@WTVR.com. And as we've shared with you before, there are several ways to see Virginia This Morning. Of course, you can stream the show live from 9 to 10 on WTVR.com. Our segments are posted later in the day to our show website, WTVR.com/VTM.
You can also watch our live show on Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV, and Android TV channels. Just search WTVR Richmond in your app store.
This segment is sponsored by KIDMED Pediatric Urgent Care.
The doctor is in and you have questions. As winter approaches and flu season nears, there's a few things that you can do to help keep your children healthy. Today I'm joined by Dr. Mark Flanzenbaum and Dr. Jeff Bennett, both doctors with KIDMED Urgent Care. It's wonderful to see both of you this morning.
Great to see you, Jessica.
Morning, Jessica.
Important conversation. We've talked at certain points throughout the year about KIDMED Pediatric Urgent Care. And Dr. Bennett, I'd like to start with you. You guys have been incredibly busy. There's such demand right now for so many reasons. And you really are helping and hoping that parents and families will be able to exercise some patience. You're seeing a lot of families come through.
Yeah, the last year and a half, 2 years has been a real difficult time for everybody in healthcare. I would just urge everybody out there to understand the rigors that it really has taken to get everybody in and taken care of to our best ability. Our staff has just been unbelievably wonderful and flexible, despite the fact there are just so many more people than we're used to seeing. So they've done a great job, and we've done a lot of different things to improve throughput, but it's still a work in progress all the time, especially since a lot of the kids need to come in for anything that could potentially be COVID related, right up to including headaches, sore throats, runny nose, cough, which could be anything from allergies or just a regular viral upper respiratory infection, or it could be COVID. So everybody needs to be COVID tested in order to get back into school. So that's increased a lot of the volume. So we're doing our absolute best to do that. But just if everybody could just be kind and a little patient with us, we are doing the absolute best that we can.
We know you are. You guys are heroes in the community, as are the teams that are supporting everything that's happening at KIDMED Pediatric Urgent Care. It does take patience, but you'll get through and be able to help everybody out. Dr. Flanzenbaum, let's talk a little bit about what you're seeing right now and help parents discern when they should come in to be seen.
Yeah, as we are entering the fall-winter season, we're now starting to see a lot of the common fall-winter illnesses that we had been seeing. Prior to this, everything was COVID, 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 and when you had kids with certain symptoms, runny nose, cough, congestion, sore throat, all that stuff, first thought in the mind was COVID. Well, now this time of year, now you throw into the mix that there are multiple upper respiratory cold viruses. There's hand, foot, and mouth. There's strep throat. There's just an enormous array of things that we see that we can test for to help discern that. The problem is they all look very similar on exam and symptom-wise. So we don't expect parents to put that in their own hands. We'd like them to come and have us sort of figure out what does need to be seen. Certain things need antibiotic treatment, majority of things don't need, and they need more symptomatic care. But anybody who has a child with a fever, anybody who has a child with respiratory distress at all, if they are truly lethargic, they cannot wake them up. Those are the things we said parents ought to bring those kids in. We need to see them and get them evaluated.
That makes sense. And as a parent, I know I've been a little rusty because there were things that we didn't see last year and didn't experience last year. So I feel a little out of practice in terms of saying, oh, I feel like something's coming on. So that's great insight. Tell us a little bit
flu
about...
is starting to make an appearance. I didn't mention that, but it's sporadic now, but we expect that to build up. So I would recommend everybody get their flu shots now because that's on its way.
As we wrap up this morning, remind us, we've mentioned KIDMED, Pediatric Urgent Care. Remind us of the services that urgent care offers.
Well, in addition to taking care of some of the things that your primary care doctor can do and seeing upper respiratory infection, checking kids with ears, we do have all the diagnostic testing for COVID, flus, strep. We do obviously urine, but in addition to all that, what you can't get over there is specific injury type of evaluation because you don't have x-ray in a primary care office. So the ability to x-ray kids makes injuries a way better evaluation. So that's really the main difference. And also the hours of operation. The kids are usually getting injured at school, so they're not really available until after school to be seen for their injuries and oftentimes illness as well.
Doctors, thank you so much for talking with us. We appreciate you.
Thank you, Jessica.
Thanks, Jessica.
Absolutely. KIDMED Pediatric Urgent Care has a few locations in our area, one in the West End and a location in Southside Richmond and one in Mechanicsville. For all the information, visit their website, kidmedrva.com. Welcome back to Virginia This Morning, live right here on CBS 6. Our great friends of the show, Puritan Cleaners, want to say thank you. They've collected so many wonderful coats during the annual Coats for Kids campaign, and now you can volunteer to help distribute coats at the Salvation Army Christmas Center. For all the information, you can visit salvationarmypotomac.org/RichmondVA/volunteer. And please note that there is a different link for distribution volunteering. For all the information, you can give them a call at 804-355-5726 or visit the website, PuritanCleaners.com. Connect with them on Facebook.com/PuritanCleaners.
This segment is sponsored by Davis & Green, proud sponsor of Special Olympics Virginia and the Polar Plunge.
The 2021 Polar Plunge returns to Richmond in just a few weeks. Here to share more is Greg Green, president of construction at Davis & Green. Always good to see him. And Caitlin Sunheim, director of development for Special Olympics Virginia. Good morning to you both. Good to see you. Greg, good to have you back.
I know.
And it's been a while. Yeah, it's great to see everybody face to face again. And Caitlin, I don't think I've got a chance to talk to you before. We were talking before we came on camera. I did the plunge, well, I emceed the plunge for several years. I didn't actually jump in. I was like, oh no, I've got a microphone, I can't. But a lot of people have done it in the past. Obviously, we didn't get to do it last year, so we're back this year. And a new venue, which is a whole different ball game at Pocahontas State Park.
Yeah, we're really excited. As you mentioned, last year we were virtual, so everyone had the opportunity to plunge their way from home. So we got some really awesome video footage of people running through snow or jumping in their pools in their backyard, but we're really excited to see everyone run into the water at the park, and it's the first time we'll have a true natural body of water in Richmond to run into.
Yeah, and Pocahontas is such a beautiful setting out there, and this is going to be great. It's a whole different level now at this point.
Yeah, we really want it to be a family-friendly event, so we want people to come out. We'll have some food trucks, we'll have music, we'll have an MC, and then of course the big event, the running into the water.
Yeah, woohoo! All right, so Greg, I know that Davis and Green is always involved in the community. You've been involved in this event, particularly for a long time.
Yeah, absolutely. This is near and dear to my heart. I was one of those people that jumped in the Richmond inaugural Polar Plunge when there was that big thick ice on the top. But no, we love supporting the Special Olympics. Obviously, Special Olympics is a great cause. And when people come out there, they're going to be all dressed up. I mean, if you just had to sum it up, it's fun, right?
Yeah.
It's just a fun event.
Yeah, I remember we had father-daughter, father-son, mom-son, all the different combinations. The police academy from Chesterfield County came in, and those guys were like, oh yeah, this is nothing to it. And then to watch their reaction, you know, they were, I'm macho, I can get in. And then watch the reaction once they hit that icy water. It is a great party for a great cause, and Special Olympics does such a great job all year long. Obviously, you're very motivated to help. What is it like working for an organization like Special Olympics?
I mean, I say I'm so blessed to go to work every day at a job that I absolutely love. It feels more like fun than it is work, but we're doing really important work. So our athletes, you know, the last 20 months, we've all kind of got a little glimpse of what it's like to be an athlete. One of our Special Olympics athletes, we were a little bit isolated. You know, we weren't necessarily with all of our friends 24/7. And so it just reminds us that Special Olympics events are where these athletes get to reconnect with people from throughout the state that they love, whether it's volunteers, family members, friends, or fellow athletes. Yeah, just blessed to do what I do and do it for the athletes.
Very inspiring. If somebody wants the honor of being able to plunge, how much does that cost and how do we get it done?
Yeah, so they can head over to polarplunge.com and then select Richmond Plunge. We do have other plunges throughout the state, but obviously we're really excited about Pocahontas State Park and the Richmond Plunge. And then they can fundraise as much as they want, but they need to raise at least $100 to run into the water. So. It'll take probably 2 texts and 1 email, and they'll hit that $100 mark, and then they'll be good to go.
Yeah. It's a lot of fun. I know Davis and Green always shows up. I know you've jumped in. I know other employees and the part of the team also take part from Davis and Green.
Yeah, we'll be there. We're gonna be in full force. We'll be.
We have a costume idea yet?
We don't have a costume idea yet, but we'll be there.
A little bit of time to work on that.
We definitely will.
Well, you know, the Summer Olympics, it's usually about 100 degrees, and so then you go to the other extreme this time around, and really looking forward to it. Thanks for everything you do. Like I said, in the past, I've done both the summer and the polar, and, you know, the chance to be around these amazing athletes and the people that support them is you come away inspired. So thank you for all you do.
Yeah, thanks for supporting us and obviously the community as well.
Yeah. And you're going to be there, right, Bill?
I'm working on my costume. I'll be disguised. All right, congratulations again, and let's get everybody out there. Take part in the 2021 Richmond Polar Plunge happening December the 11th at Pocahontas State Park. For more information, call 804-346-5544 or visit the website polarplunge.com. Connect on social media at Polar Plunge Virginia on Facebook and on Instagram at Polar Plunge VA.
Thank you so much for watching Virginia This Morning right here on CBS 6. 19 days until Christmas, and right now we want to push play on a holiday soundtrack to enjoy the jazzy, soulful rendition of Silent Night by our great friend of the show, saxophonist Tony Caddock Jr. cold front music, leaving us warm inside. Once again, that Silent Night by the talented saxophonist Tony Caddock Jr. His CD, Christmas in the Air, is available. For more information, we'll have a direct link on our show website later today, WTBR.com/VTM. And keeping up with the Christmas theme, Illuminate Light Show is up and running. Central Virginia's largest and longest running Christmas lights and music show. Caller 6-342-5745 wins a car pass to go and enjoy the show. 342-5745 is the number to dial. Good luck, caller 6. We'll be right back.
This segment is sponsored by Mr. Fix-It.
Our next guest is here to share how you can keep your gutters clean. Save time, stay off that ladder for good. Joining us now by Skype is Mark Benstock, president of Mr. Fix-It. Mark, thanks for being with us this morning.
Great to be with you.
All right, you started in 1970, or Mr. Fix-It started in 1970, and Mr. Fix-It has been around for 50 years. How long's Gutter Helmet been in operation?
Well, Gutter Helmet actually been almost 40 years. We've been the Gutter Helmet installer for 35 years. This is like our 35th year installing Gutter Helmet. And, you know, for us, that just means peace of mind for our clients. When our clients hear that we've been the dealer for that long and that all of the kinks were worked out crazy number of years ago, it gives peace of mind that you can buy a product and you don't have to worry about, that thing that goes in your head of, I sure hope this product's going to work this time, because so many other gutter guards don't work and so many people have tried lots of different gutter guards. Gutter Helmet's one of those few products that just never has a problem and always works great. You buy it, it's all made from all aluminum, has a lifetime warranty, and you don't have to worry about anything ever again, especially like what you said about staying off that ladder. That's important.
You know, it is kind of interesting. Something that may have been a luxury 35, 40 years ago is pretty much a necessity now because most people, myself included, just aren't that comfortable on ladders. A, we don't want to do it. B, we don't know what we're doing, and it can be very unsafe and it can be very dangerous to even get up there and try it.
You know, nobody gets up on a ladder to go clean their gutters thinking that today is going to be the day that the accident's going to happen. But sadly, we have heard from so many customers over exactly what did happen, and that's what caused them to call us and to purchase the Gutter Helmet. We're giving that peace of mind, but it's not only about the danger. Of course, yes, you don't want to get hurt, and as we get older, those injuries tend to complicate themselves. So staying off the ladder, no more injuries, that's really important. But it's also about being able to know that your house is protected year-round, whether it's heavy snow, whether it's the leaves, whether it's those springtime thunderstorms that we have. The gutters are going to do what they're supposed to do, which is collect all of that crazy water from those heavy, heavy rains. Those heavy rains are what do the damage around the foundation. They wash away the landscaping. They overflow gutters, cause wood to rot. All those things can go away. And amazingly, we have some promotional plans right now with monthly payments that make it less expensive to buy Gutter Helmet than to pay a company 2 or 3 times a year to come and clean your gutters. So it's almost like that should I rent or should I buy a house? In this case, it's cheaper to buy the Gutter Helmet than it is to pay somebody to come out a few times a year to clean the gutters out. So it's like a no-brainer.
Let's talk about your payment relief program because it is significant and it is going to make a big difference and might help somebody make that decision. Tell us about it.
Well, there's several different options. The companies that we partner with have those different choices to fit what's good for our customer. But right now we've got a promotion running. One of the promotions is no payments, no interest, no nothing for a year. So you can get it now and don't have to worry about the first payment for a year from now.
Wow, all of those no's put together along with a no getting on a ladder again. That's a yes all the way around.
All from a local company. You know, we're celebrating our 50th anniversary. We're big into buying local. We think that's important for all of us local small businesses and the community that we serve. So we're kind of doing the same thing. We're looking to patronize small businesses as much as we can, and we think it's great for our community, for everyone to do so.
All right, Mark, good talking to you. Thanks for all you're doing right here in Central Virginia. Mr. Fix-It's new payment relief program offers the customer zero deposit, zero payments, and zero interest for 12 months, with payments as low as $35 a month. Call for a free estimate, 804-726-8009 in Richmond, 540-446-5070 in Fredericksburg, and 757-561-2098 in Williamsburg. For complete details, go to MrFixItVA.com. There's more Virginia This Morning just ahead. Welcome back to Virginia This Morning. Jess, almost 10 o'clock. Wow.
It is almost 10 o'clock, and that's hard to believe.
Yeah.
I think I shook myself loose, something, with when we talked earlier about it being 19 days until Christmas.
Yeah, till
I was
Christmas.
doing the math, and I thought, well, it's December 6th, carry the one.
And Christmas comes on is it a Saturday this year? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah. So it's 18 shopping days, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah.
I got on and took care of business here during the commercial
no doubt.
break. Yeah.
No doubt.
Multitasking.
Yeah. And your watch told you to get up and run around the room a couple of times. And so you're shopping and running at the same time.
Yes, I think that's why I'm a little foggy on this Monday morning, because I was late getting the watch on yesterday. So when it was tracking my standings, I didn't make the metrics, and so then I would have been in bed at a reasonable time, but I had to stand up for 2 more hours. It's a long story, and it has shaped my narrative for next year.
Well, Mickey's big hand is my watch doesn't tell me anything.
Yes, it does.
It's almost 10 o'clock. Yeah, that's what it
almost 10
says.
o'clock. Yeah.
Thank you for tuning in again today. We certainly appreciate each and every one of you spending part of your morning with us Monday through Friday. We'll be back tomorrow morning starting about 8:56 and a half, something like that.
And you know what it is?
What?
Smooth day. What did he change it to?
Tom?
Yes.
I don't know.
Okay. We're keeping it at smooth day. Thank you, friends.
Thanks.
See you back here tomorrow morning.